Hey guys, welcome back to episode 13. This is Portfolio Manager coding session. And yes, we are going to be coding the new layer of the Events Manager and Formulas Manager. Okay, so what we've been doing is we clean this up and we know that we have an Event Manager and a Formula Manager. Probably I will start with the Event Manager. Okay. So essentially, we are going to have two functions, one to confirm event, another to set events. Confirm is when at the trading bot we got an event that is about to be triggered. So it's evaluating true at the trading bot, and it has a configuration to confirm with the portfolio manager. Then the portfolio manager is going to come here. It's going to run all this. It's going to evaluate with this situation condition code structure if the event is going to be triggered or not and get an answer back. So we are going to focus just in this one now. And for that, we are going to go to here, task server 1, portfolio manager event, and this is the function we are going to code. So we're going to take a look at this one that we have from before. And my guess is that I'm going to take a look at what is going on at the trading bot. Okay. So the trading bot, we got a trading simulation, simulation functions, portfolio manager client, but also we have trading stages here. So when the event is triggered, this is what happens. So we need a reference to the trading system in order to evaluate conditions. Conditions are exactly this stuff, conditions. So the first thing that I will need here at this guy is not here, portfolio manager, where am I? Portfolio events manager. We will need a reference to the trading system itself. So I guess this guy is receiving or is processing the portfolio system. So we are going to reuse this code a little bit. The system is coming from here. Okay, this running is not really something that we need. So I'm also going to remove it from here. But we are going to need this portfolio system. Okay. So in here, we're going to need this guy. And just like that, we have a reference to the portfolio system. We're just going to also undefine it once we don't need it anymore. Doing exactly okay. So essentially the same stuff happens at the other guy here. So I'm going to correct all this with this. Okay, now Because we have the portfolio system, that means that we have all this node structure that we are having here. So that means that we assume that we will have at least these nodes. These nodes that we should check that out, to be honest, maybe here, and not allow this initialization to happen if those nodes are not existent. Okay, so we will check here if how this code is handling today these kind of validations. So there are no validations at all. Okay, we're going to work on the error handling a little bit later so as not to lose our focus. But still, we are going to check here if portfolio system dot events manager is undefined. Then we are going to throw an exception. Portfolio system must have an events manager. Okay. Then this is like a deal breaker kind of exception. We are not going to run portfolio manager without this portfolio event. I don't know. Maybe we don't want the events, we want only the formulas. So in that case, let's think about it. Confirm event. So now I'm not going to throw an error because it's kind of optional. So what I'm going to do is that just not going to run anything, and that's it. So let the user decide and don't get with this kind of stuff. So if the event manager is undefined, there we just return because there's nothing to do. There's no definition, so there's nothing to check. Okay. So if the trading bot sends a message about this, well, maybe we return a response. Yeah. Let's let response be equal to so the response is going to be equal to let's see. Let's check an example of a response here. Events clients, this is the type of response. So it's going to be hold on, I want to do it exactly the same way we are doing it before. This is the thing I'm looking for. So from here, we will send a response. It's not okay. Why? Because um, let's say no portfolio manager found at volume system. So this is very clear. If you send me a message to the event manager and there is no event manager configure, I would say no, not okay. Reason, there's no portfolio event manager found at portfolio system. And that's it. And this validation is also applying in this case. Okay, so now for confirm this event, confirm, we need this node. So what I'm going to do is to check that this node exists. Event manager, confirm event rules. Confirm event rules. And in this case, the response will be no event rules found at portfolio events manager. Okay, and it's very specific to this situation. Exactly the same will happen when we don't have set event rules. No confirm event rule. So no set event rule found on portfolio events manager, which would be this node. Okay. What's next? We need to find this confirm event reference is going to be referencing an event. Okay. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to loop confirm event rules and we need the confirm event references confirm event references. So we will loop it here. Okay, we will be very explicit. With the naming of variables. Then we have this guy, and we are going to ask if this guy have a reference parent. Then we are just going to continue if it is undefined. No problem, you can have an undefined reference parent. We are just going to ignore it. But if it's not undefined, then we are going to ask if this reference parent ID is equal to the event.node.id that we received. Okay, and if it is, or we're going to ask the negative question. So if it is different, then we continue. That means that if we are here is because we found the event node that is sending the confirmation, the request. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is, if we find that this is the guy sending the request, we are going to evaluate the condition situations and whatever this node has to evaluate. And for that, we are going to check how the trading bot is doing that same stuff here. Essentially, it's doing this eval conditions. So we are going to tell these eval conditions, and we are going to send this node, which is the one who has here, this node, the one who have the situations and conditions attached to. Confirm event reference. It seems that we need to put the type confirm event reference. And we don't have signals here, so we don't need you. And what that is going to do is that is going to evaluate all this JavaScript code, and we will be able to know how the evaluation was. So usually the code is looking like this. Okay. The evaluation code is looking like this because we iterate over the situations until we find one situation which is true, and that is enough for us. Mhm. I see a problem with this code because what is more than one situation is true. That would mean that this can enter into this stuff more than once, which is not good. So I think this is a bug that is all over the place. I'm going to take a note of this. Potential bug, a trading bot. At each evaluations, the loop does not stop. Okay, so there is something to fix. Maybe I fix it in a little while, but I don't want to lose my my chain of thoughts. So here is a loop, and when a situation is evaluated true, past, then all this happens. But there is not a break for the loop. I cannot see a break on the loop, so that means that if another situation evaluates true, then this is going to execute again. And nobody knows if this is good or bad, probably bad. Maybe this change of status are not going to be a big deal. But here we are pushing more than one thing to this right, but probably is not a big deal. But we're going to broadcast this signal more than once, which might be a big deal, and make the announcement more than once. So let me fix this because I don't want to leave this like broken. I will look for all the places where this is going on. And I can see that this logic is applied here. This is the trigger stage. So after all of these have been done, we are going to break the loop. And this is important so that we don't do it again. Okay, break the loop. Break the loop. I'm not sure this is good, but it's not my current problem. We will break the loop. Okay, here there is a return. Okay, so that breaks the loop. Here there is a return. Here there is a return. Here there is a return. Here there is a return, and here there is a return. Okay, so delete my node and problem solved. So let's go back here, trading stages. So I don't know if I copy this still now. So I'm going to copy this stuff, the whole loop, and adapt it to be right here. So what we are doing is that with the node, this is going to be my confirm event reference node. This trigger on is not really something that we want because the situations are just one dot below this one. So we have the situation, we have this. I'm not sure what is the purpose of this. And I see it everywhere, but it's not clear to me. Why if condition length is greater than 0? If pass is going to be override by this. Whatever. It's not my problem. So trading system is going to be portfolio system. Okay, portfolio system. Values, we add the situation. So confirm event reference. We are not going to ask portfolio manager because we are already at portfolio manager. So if this passed, then we will highlight these nodes. We are not going to actually do this. We don't need this. We're not going to be broadcasting signals or announcements as far as I can see. For now, later maybe, but not now. So this is not needed. Also, we will not do anything related to snapshots. We don't need to change any status, but we need to break. In fact, not to break, but we are going to return from here. We're going to return a response. And by the way, this response should be here. Okay. So we're just going to return and this break gets obsolete. So we're going to response okay. Okay. And hold on, where do we have to ask? We go to trigger on. Here we're asking portfolio manager, right? So what we're going to ask is, here we use the same past stuff. All right. We use for our past the past coming from portfolio manager, and it's very clear, right? So that means that here, when it is an okay, we're going to put past and send the past. Status okay means essentially we could process this and the result is this. Okay. And if we loop through all this stuff and we cannot find a situation that will be more explicit in code here, this is going to be true and this is going to be false. If we cannot find any situation that evaluates true, then our response is going to be false. That means that the response coming to the trading bot is going to be false. And that's pretty much that's it. Okay, here it is. This is the code. Quite simple. Okay, for set this event, what is going on is that it's almost the same stuff. The difference is let me remind myself what is the difference. Confirm let's check this out because I'm not clear now. So I'm asking if this is undefined. I'm asking for a response as portfolio manager. But I don't know here if it is configured a confirm or a set. Okay? Because this gets into here. Now the stack is from here into here. And we are talking about hold on. So the logic that I'm using here is not really very clear, because it says if the event status is true, then I'm going to confirm. If the event is false, I'm going to set. But what users can actually configure? And here there is a problem because we have raise event. And this we also already said that it was set event. So it's not like this, actually. It's not like this. When we are here at the trading system, we have the option to add confirm event and also add a set event. But I don't know if it makes sense, because what happens if you have both? According to the current logic, if today this is true, then it will route it from to confirm and not to set. But if that is false, it will route it through set. No, it's a little bit strange. Maybe it should have only one type possible. Confirm of set. So if you're going to put a condition here, then you can only confirm when this is true. If you're going to not put a condition here, then you can only expect for the folio manager to set and not confirm. So my guess is that we need to store these two possible nodes in a single possible child, so that we have only one possibility, this or this. Okay, this is good because I haven't explained this before, how to do it. So we cannot have two children, these two children at the same time. We either have a confirm event or a set event. Okay, if we have a set event, then it's going to ignore no matter what happens here or what value you send me. I got a set event, so I ask portfolio manager to set this event. If I got a confirm, then only when this is true, it's going to be routed over here and be validated by portfolio engine, portfolio bot, that the event is going to be triggered. Okay? Yeah, so that's the logic we're going to follow. So we will need to make some changes. I'm going to commit my current changes. Advances on event manager. So for this, I'm going to come to here where I have my schemas. And what I'm looking is at Ask Portfolio Events Manager. Okay, I already have it here. What we are going to do is that we are going to have we just need to put the same name to this. Instead of confirm event request maybe, and both check for the property request. Okay, only that change is going to make that this is stored at the same property request, and it can be either one confirm event child or a set event type, depending on what the user chooses by this menu. All right. So I will delete these guys and reload the UI. And in the meantime, I'm going to fix the code, not at the portfolio, but at here. Sorry, not here. At the trading bot. So what we're going to do is first we need to know if we have a confirmed event or not. If we have a confirmed event, so if this is undefined and this is equal true, so I can still keep this structure in this way. If this is equal true, so if the event is true and request that is the property name that we assign to this. Request is not undefined and request dot type is equal to so I can add confirm event, but I cannot add this second one unless I delete this one. Okay, so if this is a confirm event, type of node, then we're going to do this and respond over here. So we override this default response. Okay. Otherwise, if this is if a true, now the problem with this logic is that the set has to run either with true or false. So that's why I need this guy to be inside here. True. So if the even status is true and blah blah blah. So we don't need this if. We don't need this if. And it's going to enter here and get out through this return. The other question we will ask is similar to this. If this is not undefined and this is a set event, set event, then we are going to send this set this event message. Okay? And now it's more clear. Okay, so here we are saying is that if this is undefined, then we call it, and whatever it comes back, we override. We don't know exactly what happens in here, but if this nothing of this happened, the same value passed. So here we will put, this passed will come here and will return here and here. So the path is going to just go through that path. But if this is true, then it will actually go to the portfolio events client with this message, and the response, that is the result of the evaluation of the situation and condition, will hit here with a passed either true or false. Okay, that will end up here as a true or false via this circuit. Okay, so what happened with the set? The set doesn't depend on if it's true or not. If the set event null is there, then it's going to go this way, and that is going to force the portfolio to come through this route, which is really very similar to the first route. Let me check portfolio manager. Portfolio events manager. Well, it's amazingly similar, which is good because it means that we will not have to think this that much. We just can copy this into here, and We will replace these confirm even rules by set even rules. That is the other branch of node. Not everything, only this and this. Okay, then we have this guy, confirm events reference. This is going to be set event reference. Okay, so let's check it out. We iterate this array, get this node. If it doesn't have a reference parent, we continue. If the reference parent ID is different to the event node ID, we continue. We eval the conditions of set event reference, and this is a set event reference. Then we iterate all the situations. So we run through check conditions. That portfolio system has a function for that. Then we push this. Then we push all this stuff and we respond okay true or okay false. Okay. So we have finished the portfolio events manager. Portfolio events manager. Cool. Okay, so to recap, we now have the portfolio events manager with all the logic that it needs. We had to make some adaptation here and there so that the way that this will work is easy to understand and easy to remember. We just need one guy of this here, not two. It is either a confirm event or a set event. So if it is a set event, it doesn't really matter what you have here. It's just going to define if the event is true or not. If it is a confirm event, it will be confirming only when this is true. Okay, so if the event is going to be raised, then this will confirm yes or no. So it's simple, it's as simple as it can be, and everything is code. So I will do the next one, the formula manager, in the next episode. So thank you for watching this one and see you soon there. Bye.